Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about design boards and why professionals never skip them. My name is Tia from Tia Caring Interiors. I am a business management and interior design graduate, and I'm happy to be here sharing with you interior design tips that will take your home, your interiors to the next level. Now that we have gone through that little introduction, let's talk about design boards, right? And why professionals never skip them. It is kind of like the thing that puts everybody on the same page. We can say it's kind of like in the big picture and everyone is looking at the same thing, because sometimes it happens that, for example, I could say to you like yellow, or let's say orange, right? Because I'm wearing this orange top. Let's say if I say the color orange, for you, you could be thinking of a more muted orange, but for somebody else, they could be thinking more of like a neon kind of orange, right? And those are very two different things. And then you're all of a sudden like, oh no, I don't really feel orange because I don't like neon. And then someone's like thinking, oh no, I was thinking more of a pastel, and then you're on different pages and you're not understanding each other. And this is one of the things that I learned as I continued to do interior design and also spoke to a lot of people, because I actually learned that not everybody thinks in the same way, in the sense of not everybody imagines a space, can imagine a finished space in the same way. I just used to think everyone can, because when I'm designing, I can see everything in my mind before it's even on paper. And I just thought me communicating that with people was the same thing. But actually I found out that not everybody is able to envision that. And of course it's because maybe this is my field, right, of interior design. I probably would not be able to imagine a lot about someone telling me about spacecrafts, right? I wouldn't know. So it's kind of like that thing, the design boards is thing that puts everybody on the same page, so we can all see the same picture. It also works if you're dealing with contractors, right, and you want to communicate things with contractors or people that are coming to your house to install things. And also when you're going purchasing for your materials, or if you're having certain items that are bespoke made just for your space. If you're dealing, let's say for example, you're going to get a carpentry, something like some kind of carpentry cabinet and things, you want to be able to like have images that you can show for inspiration, so that the person creating the item for you knows exactly what it is that you're talking about. So in the same way, a design board is kind of like the completed map, the layout of the land that you can kind of have for your interior design. So let's say, for example, I'm going to show you this little example, like you're designing, let's say, a living room, right? And so this is what a design board would kind of look like. So you see here we have like our floor plan, and with every single item numbered. Usually all these items would also be itemized with 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And you know where each item is going to go, and the size of each item and the layout. And if you're interested in learning more about how to decide on your layout for your living room, bedroom, or any other space, then I'll link a video down below about layout. I hope that you'll find very, very useful. But otherwise, yes, let's go back to this. So what you will see is like we have our layout. And then we also have here, this is just an inspirational image, a vibe of what this particular client wanted. Like for example, right, this was the vibe they really wanted. And then we have this leather jacket, because this was actually their favorite piece of clothing that they had. So as you can see, their vibe of their environment, and as well as the way they dressed, were very much in alignment. So it is definitely saying that this person's fabrics and as well as this person's color schemes are very in alignment. And this is definitely the kind of place that they like. So for example, for you could go into your closet or your wardrobe, and you can, one of your favorite items that you have, or it could be like maybe you have, I don't know, like I have this artichoke kind of little table decor piece, and you could be like, I just really love this and I want my entire room to go with this. Or it could be a piece of art, like you can see I have a piece of art down behind me here. You could decide I really love this art and I'd love to have like a space that's inspired by it. So whatever kind of material, it could be the color, it could be the fabric, it could be anything, something that inspires you, and then you can build your entire interior around that, right? And so as we can see, so you have the design boards will have the vibe, the kind of things that you love. It will have single piece of furniture on there, everything from what's happening on the floor, what's going to be happening in the wall with the walls, what's happening with the ceilings, each single furniture piece, every single vase, every single lamp, every single item that is going in the room is itemized, accounted for, measured, and as well as we know the color, the fabric, or the material kind of finish. We can also see on the design boards whether they go together, whether they flow together, and then this is also the thing that we would present to clients, of course, but also the kind of thing that you can decide with your friends and family, anyone that's involved in the decision making, and everyone can see the finished product before any purchasing is made. So if there are any changes, someone can be like, I don't know, I'm not really feeling this kind of, like, let's say, fractured mirror. Of course, this was the vibe of this particular client, and you can see we also matched that kind of fracture with this kind of console table, so like they speak to each other. It's just like, it's kind of taking something that's broken but making it art, or appears to be broken, because it's not broken, it's made to be that way, but I'm making it into art, and it makes it a very different space and expressive for what the particular client decided would love to have, right, at that moment in time. So yes, so everyone is on the same page. You get to see everything, and then if there are any changes, so for example, someone might be like, oh, okay, I don't really like this kind of mirror, maybe let's go for a piece of art instead of like a mirrored piece of art. You can make the decisions and the changes here, which is so easy. You just have to go back to the design board, pick something else, and add that to the design board, and then you can see what everything looks like again, and then you're all making decisions on the same page, not imagining, not like in our thoughts where we're like, oh, I think that would look nice, or what if I had this, or oh, imagine having this. Well, did we really look at, do they flow together? Do they do they match in terms of like colors, materials, and textures? Does it even fit the room? Is it too big or is it too small? Did we have the measurements? How is it interacting with everything else in the room? So this is the kind of thing that interior designers never skip, because at the end you want to just have your implementation day or days where everything is being installed and placed in the room, and everything already fits. Like, you're not kind of arriving at the end, or let's say on your move-in day, if you're moving in somewhere, being like, I don't know if it fits, let's figure everything out. This is why moving becomes really like difficult for a lot of people, because they don't know where to start. They have like something like, let's say, an empty room, and they have no idea where to start, and everything is a headache, and they have to go now start buying furniture and buying one piece at a time and everything. Yes, it's okay to buy one piece at a time as long as you have the full picture, so you can be like, maybe right now I'm going to prioritize this item or that other item, or this room or that other room. But you do have a plan in hand, and everybody knows what the final look is. So this is why interior designers never skip a design board. It's kind of, let's imagine it like, because I love fashion, I'm a lover of fashion, so if we always go back to those little examples about fashion, imagine trying on a try on haul, for example, right? You're trying on your dress and asking your family and friends what they think about it before you actually purchase it, and everybody knows what you're wearing on the day, and you're confident that it looks good as well. So it's the same concept. So you're kind of like, oh, okay, so we're all on the same page, we all agree, and if there is no agreement, or we're not feeling anything, we have spent nothing, we have not invested a single penny, and we have not invested time in arranging or buying or placing the furniture. We are just browsing right now, and then when we make our decisions, we make them from a place of true confidence. So I hope that now you understand the importance of a design board, and if you're ever interested in going deeper into these concepts, then definitely check out the Empowered to Design course, linked down below, and any other resources that you might be able to find below. And of course, I will link the layout video, which can help you learn the importance of the layout. For example, for your living room, if you just walk into your living room every single day and just like, oh, this place gives me a headache, I do not know where to start or what is wrong with it, then that layout video might be of help. And yeah, with that, I wish you happy designing, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye for now.